Around a year ago, I was volunteering at the Johnson County Crisis Center Food Bank. It seemed like just another shift of stocking food, organizing the shelves, and helping with incoming deliveries and drop-offs when someone came into the food bank who I'll never forget. A deaf woman who, for privacy purposes, we will call Victoria. At the food bank, there is a separate waiting room for people waiting their turn to go back into the food bank area to pick out their food. There is one assigned volunteer who goes out into the waiting room to call people back into the food bank when it's their turn. I was not this volunteer, but during this specific shift, I got to switch it up a bit. I had taken 4 semesters of sign language at the University of Iowa, and the other volunteers on the shift knew about this. So, when Victoria came in, I got the opportunity to put to use what I had learned in my sign language classes. I walked into the waiting room, and all eyes turned on me as everyone is anxiously waiting their turn. I was already nervous, as I had never been able to use my sign language in a real-life situation, and I did not want to mess up and embarrass myself. So, instead of calling the client's name out like the volunteer usually does, and like all the clients were expecting, I simply walked out and signed her name. Victoria. It was amazing. Instantly her eyes lit up and she looked so excited. I introduced myself and we started talking. She asked how I knew sign language and I told her about my classes at the university, and then we continued to engage in just the general conversation about where we both work. Valentine's Day was coming up, so what our plans were. We were both single at the time, so we didn't have plans, which is another great bonding moment for the two of us as we joked about how we were just going to go out downtown and drink instead. But it was at the end of our interaction that she told me just how thankful she was that I was there. She kept signing, thank God, I'm so happy, it was so nice to meet you. She asked me when I normally volunteered and said she wanted to come back again to see me. I sadly never ended up seeing Victoria again, but I'll still never forget that day. Never before had I gotten to utilize what I had learned in my sign language classes in a real-life situation like that. I was just used to signing with my fellow students in class or at other special events, so the whole experience was exhilarating, and I'll never forget the look on Victoria's face when she saw me signing her name and the gratitude she shared with me because of that.